A woman will remain in jail as she awaits trial for the high-profile murder of her mother in Indonesia.
WGN's Gaynor Hall is at the Dirksen Federal Building with more on the hearing for Heather Mack.
The judge denied the motion for bond, citing the significant weight of evidence in this case. He said there are plenty of reasons to believe that Heather Mack would pose a danger to other people.
We really wanted to be here today to give our sister Sheila a voice.
Heather Mack wiping her eyes in court after her aunt Debbie Curran said she was like Heather's second mother and begged the judge to keep her locked up. Curran and her brother Bill Weiss describing Mack as a resourceful master manipulator. Weiss said releasing her would shatter their sense of security.
We simply want the truth communicated to the court. Facing Heather at the hearing is one of the necessary steps toward justice and healing for our entire family.
Mack's attorney had asked for her to be allowed to live with her mother's friend in California, arguing she was not a danger to the community and did not pose a flight risk. He described her reaction to the ruling.
Very difficult for her, very despondent about not having the opportunity to be out. Not have the potential opportunity to have physical contact with her child.
In 2014, the body of Heather Mack's mother, Sheila Von Weiss Mack from Oak Park, was found in a suitcase outside a luxury resort in Bali. Heather and her boyfriend, Tommy Schaefer, were convicted in Indonesia. She gave birth to their daughter, Stella, during that trial. After serving 7 years in prison in Indonesia, she returned to the U.S. last year, where federal authorities unsealed an indictment charging the couple with conspiring to kill her mother. Schaefer remains in prison, and last month a judge awarded temporary custody of the couple's daughter to Mack's cousin, Curran's daughter, who lives in Colorado. In court documents filed this week, prosecutors alleged Heather sought to have her mother murdered for months. And after Schaefer struck Von Weiss Mack with a fruit bowl, prosecutors say Mack later told a relative in a recorded call she covered her mother's mouth with her hand, saying her mother had to die because Schaefer would have been in even bigger trouble if she survived. Mack's attorney previewed their defense.
Mr. Schaefer has given statements that it really didn't go down the way the government said. Mr. Schaefer has given statements suggesting that it wasn't done in this conspiratorial fashion.
Schaefer's cousin pleaded guilty to advising the couple on the murder. For now, Heather Mack will remain in custody at the Metropolitan Correctional Center, pending her trial, which is scheduled to start in July. If she's convicted, she faces up to life in prison. Reporting from The Loop, Gaynor Hall, WGN News.